if there's a common thread among some of China's prolific billionaires, such as Alibaba's Jack Ma and Tomorrow Group's Xiao Jianhua, it's not their immense wealth, but their troubles with the Chinese Communist Party.
The Chinese government cracking down on big tech companies, and Alibaba founder Jack Ma hasn't been seen in public for 2 months.
Has he been taken away somewhere to an undisclosed site by the government? No.
In late October 2020, China's most recognized
This is the most way for the Western media system they running for the news about China. So they used to look like the Asia face. They look like Chinese, right? But it's come from the Singapore. They are the Singapore Chinese. They are not stay here. They didn't know what is exactly happen in China. So it's not a billionaire is scary. It's everybody who do corruption is scary. Everybody. If you're a hiring officer, you do corruption, you need much be careful, because if they find out your money will be, corruption money will be taken, you lose your jobs, and you're fired by the Communist Party, and also you go to the jail. So this is what happened. Or somebody is asked me about Xi Jinping is a good president or bad president. He is good president in China. Is a lot of businessmen people to support for this president. I show what Xi Jinping doing for those years, and then that is more easily to let you understand why Chinese most of people really support for the Xi. When the Xi Jinping become the president of the United States, sorry, that's totally wrong. He's not the president of the United States. When the Xi become president, actually in China we call it's not the president. Actually, it's the chairman Xi, and then they are the number one. The most of Chinese people like the policy for two. Most of people, number one is the beat or destroy the corruption system as much as possible. They are so big different with the other president before. In the other president, they will be not target very central government deeply, like a really high leader in the China. It's the first one I will show you. You can see, that is the we call big tiger. The corruption people is we call is tiger, and that's you can see this guy. This guy is Zhou Yongkang, is a central government leader. That's a very, very high leader in the central government. The most of the time, and they didn't target a very central system. They not destroy corruption till or give too much punishment for a very central management system in the central government. But Xi is different. So this is west of PLA, Republic of Army leader. West president for army leaders. This too is really high leader in the military system, almost a second top. And this guy, and this is a policeman director, West director. And this guy, you see, not only the civil person, those more and more leader, or some government company leaders, and more. So from the Shanxi province, the leaders, director leaders, Taiyuan director leaders, that's all really top level, really top level. They catch a lot of tiger. That's tiger means those people use the power to get the money from the government or from the peoples. Is the really highly corruption. So when they mention about billionaires, some because the power to relate it with the billionaires. So if they use the corruption to become the billionaire, they all need to be careful, because finally the government is a continual target for who doing corruption in this country. This is also why that a lot of Chinese people is a support for Xi, highly support. They really follow. And the second, Xi is doing the very good policy is the continue follow central government policy that is helping poor people. Step that is the helping poor people is the poverty. Let me check. 扶贫
Poverty relief.
Poverty relief. They're doing a lot of job for this. And right now in China, no one can announce the public. They have a special channel to help you or help somebody to get a business. Before it's really common. They are really proud I am doing corruption because I know some channel. But in this moment, now, in this country, so everybody, especially government hiring officer, is very be careful. Or some hiring officer or officer so be careful is talking something with somebody. I mean, if they want to negotiate some corruption, they want to do corruption, they need to super be careful. Because the government even send somebody go to the very expensive restaurant outside. They car parking in there. They find where is the fancy car. And that is the fancy car. And then they put the number, they check the number. This car belongs to which person. So this why the corruption people is very scary or very angry with the Xi. So this is not only billionaire. If a billionaire doing corruption with a hiring officer, they all scary. But it's not Jack Ma till now. Jack Ma is not the other situation. Jack Ma have the other situation is because they don't want the control by China government financial system. They don't want to control by China financial system. They want more freedom, more creative. They are business. They are the business. This new business, financial business. They want to borrow more and more money to the young people, let them spend. But this look like a really good policy, right? But the problem is they don't have those money. They want to get in from stock market and use the stock market giving the money for young people or for any people. They're not helping for factory. They're more helping for people spend. But the problem is we don't want doing same situation like United States. So if you don't have the ability to spend those monies, don't borrow money from bank or borrow the money from the Ali financial system. They will be making your life is worse because you cannot afford it for so expensive camera or for a very expensive watch or very expensive the bags. That is not your income. But those financial business, so like Alibaba doing, so it's like this. Alibaba only have 100, right? But they got the stock market maybe got 1,000. Those money they want to release to the more and more peoples and let them spend. But a lot of people maybe cannot afford it for this mortgage, and then they having troubles. So they not making financial system healthy. That is the government so worried. But now is the Alibaba leader, the Jack Ma, still there. You know that's is that they are those Western media is really very care about the Alibaba Jack Ma? No, they want to target China. They want to target the China system. They think they just want making the people think China is a communist is bad. Socialist. That's more I want to explain for our society is a socialist. We have 1.4 billion population. 1.4 billion population is a big family, and those family we cannot making, how to say, no control. If no control, like capitalists really 100% run everywhere in this country. That's we already got an example for the United States. They have run for capitalists in everywhere. So the money is run in there everywhere. So after the capitalists totally control for your country, greedy is a very big problem for us. That is a big problem for us. Let me clear again. If your country 100% controlled by capitalists, and then your country will have a problem. So this is my opinion. Maybe it's not good because based my knowledge, maybe it's not good. Maybe it's right. Let you thinking. What's the idea? What's the country need?